have the console for a RHEL7 server called RHEL7, and what I want to do is I'm going to log into the web console, also known as Cockpit, because that'll allow me to copy and paste. I'm going to go ahead and sudo su so that I won't keep forgetting to sudo every time I run a command. So the first thing I'm going to do is run this quick check to show you again. This is RHEL7.9. One of the prerequisites is you want to make sure that you have all of the latest packages. So you want to have all the latest updates for RHEL7.9. So let me do a yum update. And the system is not registered. Let me register to my satellite server. Okay, so I'm registering to my satellite server using my RHEL7 activation key, and the registration is complete. Now I can do the yum update. And you can see that there are no packages marked for update because I've already done that step. So the next step would be to go ahead and let's go over to my satellite server. I just want to show you my content views that I have here set up. So RHEL7_CV, that's the content view that my test RHEL7.9 server is connected to right now. And let's click on that real quick. And you'll see the repositories that are added to this content view are RHEL7 server extras and RHEL7 server. Let me go back to content views, and in order to do the upgrade from RHEL7 to RHEL8, LEAPP will essentially require that you have the LEAPP upgrade will upgrade your server to the latest version of RHEL8 by default. And so currently that is RHEL8.8. So what I have here is a RHEL8 content view, which contains the RHEL8 app stream and the RHEL8 base OS RPM packages or repositories. So let me go back to content views, and what I did was I created a composite content view. Now, you don't have to do it this way. This is just something that I do that I find easier. I created a composite content view, and the composite content view contains these two content views, RHEL7, which I showed you the two packages, or the two repositories that make up that content view, and then the RHEL8.8, which I just showed you as well. So in all, there are 4 packages associated with this RHEL7_RHEL88 composite content view. So what I'm going to do now is go to activation keys, and I'm going to register my RHEL7.9 server using this activation key to ensure that it has access to the composite content view for RHEL7 and RHEL88. And just to show you quickly, these are all the packages that will be available to my server once I register it. So I'm going to go over to my web console, do a paste, and I'm going to do a force option because it's already registered with the RHEL7 activation key. So this will unregister with the RHEL7 activation key, and it will register it with the RHEL7_88 activation key, and that is complete. So now I have access to all of the repositories that I need in order to do the LEAPP upgrade. So you'll need to make sure that you have access to the RHEL7 and RHEL8 content in order to proceed with the LEAPP upgrade process. So at this point, I'm going to install the LEAPP package. And that'll just take a second here. That's done. Now that the LEAPP package is installed, I can go ahead and run the LEAPP pre-upgrade check. So that command is LEAPP pre-upgrade. The LEAPP pre-upgrade will run a series of checks, and if there are any issues that it finds that would inhibit you from being able to do the LEAPP upgrade process, it will flag those issues for you, and you'll need to go ahead and manually remediate those issues before proceeding with the actual LEAPP upgrade. So we're going to go ahead and let this run, and it should not take too long here. There we go. So when you see red, you know you got a couple of issues going on here. So the upgrade is inhibited. You've got 2 inhibitors. One is LEAPP detected a loaded kernel driver, which has been removed in RHEL8. So that needs to be corrected. And then the second one is it's missing required answers in the answer file. So what I like to do is go to the LEAPP report. So I'm just going to copy and paste here. And I didn't install the Vim package, so I tried to keep the image lightweight, so I'm using VI here. So basically the first inhibitor, there's a kernel driver that's loaded that is no longer supported in RHEL8, so we need to unload that kernel driver here. So I'm just going to copy the name of that kernel driver, and I'm going to run the command mod probe-r. Alright, so we took care of that. Let's go back and check the second inhibitor here. It's basically, you need to run this command to update the answer file. So I'm just going to copy and paste. It gives me the command that I need to run here in order to correct this inhibitor. Alright, so let's run this command. And that's done. So this is the answer file here. And I'll go ahead and show that really quick. I don't know if I copied it. Let's see. Paste here. And all this command did was just add this confirm equals true for the remove PAM PKCS11 module check. So this command added this entry to the answers file. So now I've taken care of the 2 inhibitors, and I want to rerun the pre-upgrade command and see if I have any more inhibitors. If not, I can go ahead and kick off my LEAPP upgrade. So this should only take a few minutes here. I have a pretty lightweight RHEL7 image, just to demonstrate the process of doing the LEAPP upgrade. And several of my customers are in the process of going through the LEAPP upgrade now, but some of my customers express some concern because they don't have any experience with the process. And also I have some customers that have done the LEAPP process in the past, maybe several years ago, and found it to be a little difficult and involved, but I can say from experience that the process is much easier now, as you will be able to see here with this video. So once you see the loading of the actual packages that will be used for the upgrade, then that is a good indicator that the upgrade process is no longer inhibited, and that you should be in good shape to run the LEAPP upgrade. So once this is done, as long as there are no errors, then we will go ahead and kick off the LEAPP upgrade. And as you can see, we've got all green. Green means good and go, so let's go. So the command to actually do the upgrade is called LEAPP upgrade. And what this will do is it will download all of the packages and save it to cache that are needed in order to upgrade from RHEL7 to 8. And once it downloads all of those packages into that staging cache area, then it will prompt you to go ahead and do a reboot. So basically, once we get to the step where we do the reboot, that is the last action that I will have to take from an administrator perspective. So again, here we see it pulling now the RHEL8 base OS and AppStream packages. And it shouldn't take too long for this process to complete. Alright. Oh, so that was just validating, doing the checks against all of the packages. And then now it's going to pull down the packages and load it into cache here. Here we go, and it shows you all of the packages that will be installed or upgraded. Transaction check succeeded. Transaction test succeeded. The downloaded packages were saved in cache until the next successful transaction. You can remove the cache packages by executing DNF clean packages. And in my testing, I found that once the upgrade process was complete, it did the DNF clean packages. So when I ran that command, it said there was 0 packages to clean. So just want to point that out. So at this point here, it's almost done doing the download process. And once you see the message that you can go ahead and do the reboot, then the next step would be to execute the reboot. And then let it finish up the process for you. It should only take a couple more minutes here to actually get to the point of reboot. But the process has definitely improved a lot. I went through some old documentation and found that I did the upgrade. The last time I did the upgrade was back in 2014. And I had a Word document that had several steps that I had to go through and check off as a part of this process. And it looks like a lot of those steps that I had in my old document have been automated here. So that's really good. So the process is improving with time. And so now you see everything's green and it says a reboot is required to continue. Please reboot your system. So let's go ahead and reboot. So at this point, I'm going to jump back over to the console. You can see that it says RHEL upgrade emit. So that process is kicking off. And at this point right now, I'm going to pause the recording. It's going to take a few minutes. So you can go grab a cup of coffee. I have my cup of tea right here. So I'll pause the video and then we'll come back and the upgrade will be done. At this point, there's no other step for the administrator to do to complete the process of the LEAPP upgrade. We'll be back as soon as it's done. So we're back. The upgrade has completed and it rebooted twice. Once after it installed the packages and then again it rebooted a second time and it's back up. As you can see at the top, it is listed at Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8.8, which is what we wanted. Just going to log in really quick. And you can see the Red Hat release is showing as 8.8. One thing that I want to point out that I failed to mention, before you start this whole process, make sure that you have when you're dealing with virtual machines, take a snapshot. If you're dealing with physical machines, make sure you have a good backup that you can recover from, so that if you run into any issues, you will be able to recover to a starting point and redo the upgrade. If you have issues in the inhibitors from the LEAPP pre-upgrade that you're not able to figure out, just open a case and Red Hat support. They do a great job. They'll help you figure out what's causing the inhibitor and they'll help you get it fixed and corrected. So I will try to add the steps that I use